Wait, hold up. Before we dive into retirement accounts and tax strategies, let me ask you something that might sound crazy. What if I told you that one of the most recommended investment accounts in America might not be right for everyone, including me? I'm talking about the Roth IRA. Everyone from financial advisors to your cousin's friend who read one investing book swears by it. It's practically treated like financial gospel. Yet here I am, someone who talks about money for a living, and I don't have one. And there's a very good reason why. But first, let's clear up what a Roth IRA actually is, because I guarantee most people explaining it to you are getting it wrong. Think of IRAs like protective containers for your investments. They're not investments themselves. When someone asks if you invest in a Roth IRA, that's like asking if you eat the bowl instead of the cereal. The correct question is whether you invest within a Roth IRA. These containers come in two main flavors. There's the traditional IRA and the Roth IRA. Both protect your investments from taxes, but in completely different ways. It's like choosing between two workout strategies. With the traditional IRA, you get the tax break now, but pay taxes when you withdraw in retirement. It's easier upfront, but harder later. With a Roth IRA, you pay taxes on the money you put in now, but everything comes out tax-free in retirement. Harder now, easier later. Inside either container, you can put stocks like Apple or Tesla, index funds, bonds, even cash. The container itself doesn't grow your money, but it protects whatever investments you choose from Uncle Sam's hungry hands. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Roth IRA wasn't always called that. It started as something called the IRA Plus, proposed by Senators Bob Packwood and William Roth back in the day. The original plan would have let everyone invest with after-tax dollars and withdraw everything tax-free later. But government budget rules forced them to limit it initially to low-income earners only. Here's the kicker though. Economists warned that this would create massive future revenue losses for the government. One study calculated that from 2014 to 2046, the Treasury could lose around $40 billion from IRA-related provisions. The government gets tax money now, but gives up way more later. So why doesn't everyone have a Roth IRA? Well, they do have some pretty sweet advantages. First, tax-free income in retirement is huge. Second, you can withdraw your original contributions anytime without penalties, though you can't touch the growth until you're 59 and a half. Third, it provides tax diversification in retirement, meaning you can withdraw from your Roth without bumping yourself into a higher tax bracket. But here's where my situation gets interesting and why I don't have one. First, Roth IRAs aren't tax deductible. You can't write off contributions to lower your current tax bill. Second, and this is big for me, I can't use a Roth IRA as collateral for loans. Right now, I'm saving for a house down payment, and I need that money accessible and usable for securing financing. Third, as a self-employed content creator, I don't have access to employer matching contributions. There's no free money being left on the table. But the biggest reason is philosophical. I don't want to retire at 60. Call me crazy, but we live in an era where you can create income streams through platforms, online businesses, and side hustles that our grandparents never dreamed of. I think the traditional model of working 40 years for someone else and then retiring is becoming obsolete. My strategy focuses on dividend growth investing in taxable accounts. Here's why this works for my goals. If I stay in the 12% tax bracket, earning $38,700 or less, I can receive dividend income essentially tax-free up to that amount. If I'm married, that doubles to over $77,000 of tax-free dividend income. This gives me flexibility to potentially retire much earlier, maybe in my 30s or early 40s, and still have tax-advantaged income without the restrictions of retirement accounts. Now, to be fair, I would consider a Roth IRA under two conditions. First, if I were employed and my employer offered matching contributions. Free money is free money. Second, if I made so much money I didn't know what to do with it and wanted extra diversification. But here's the irony. If you make more than $122,000 annually, you can't contribute to a Roth IRA anyway. High earners get locked out unless they use backdoor conversion strategies. Look, for most employed people planning traditional retirement, a Roth IRA makes total sense. But personal finance is exactly that. Personal. Your investment strategy should align with your specific goals, timeline, and circumstances. The key takeaway? Don't blindly follow conventional wisdom without understanding whether it fits your unique situation. Sometimes the most popular advice isn't the right advice for you. Now, if you're curious exactly how your personal rich number stacks up across the country, from California's high cost of living to Mississippi's affordability, be sure to check out our previous video. In it, we break down the Rule of 25 calculation for every single state so you can see exactly where you stand. Hit the link on screen now or find it in the description below to watch that next.